D&D Donuts.
Welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast, episode 48. In today's episode, we'll cover what's going on in the animal rights community, what's been happening in Robin's Vegan Dollhouse, and we have a special guest, Hannah Kaminsky, who will be joining us later. And if you remember Hannah, she is the vegan cookbook author, and she has been in 2 other episodes. So if you want to go back and listen to those, she was in episode 5 and episode 29. So she's at it again. She has a new cookbook out, so we'll be talking to her about that in a little bit. She's a busy bee.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we're not busy bees because we're just sitting here recording this podcast and she's just pumping out books.
Hey, we've done this for 48 months. Actually 49 because we did skip 1 month. So we didn't do it on that month, but, you know, we had a podcast for that month, so.
Well, good for us.
We're you know, we're doing it. We're doing it. But yeah, she's not only I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong or if you can remember this and I'm wrong, but not only is she the only person we've had twice, but she's the only person that we've had 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever had anybody else twice. Maybe Kimmy.
I don't think we did. We did interview Kimmy, actually interview her as a guest very, very early on. Mm-hmm. Probably episode 2 or 3. Maybe.
I guess it depends what your definition of guest is.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Kimmy has definitely hung out while we've recorded, but so she's been on the podcast more than probably twice, I think. But we had her as actual interview once.
Yeah. I wonder what's better for listeners is just having people hang out and
shoot the shit.
Or if interview style is better.
I mean, personally I prefer the interview style.
Yeah. When you're listening to podcasts.
Yeah. But I do like also sometimes when the interviewers tie in, when it's not completely siloed by itself, the interview. Mm. So I do like when you're some interviews there's some podcasts I listen to that have interviews. They'll be like, oh, on today's episode, we're talking about this. What do you think about that? They'll kind of throw in, tying in with the guest, even though they're talking about whatever the guest is, whatever their book or event or whatever. Yes, Hannah will be back 3 times. It's pretty good. That's an honor nobody has reached yet, so.
Yeah, she's cutting edge.
Yeah.
She's leading the movement.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be the last time she's on because she doesn't seem to be slowing down with these cookbooks, so.
Yeah, yes, that's true. I actually tested a recipe from the new cookbook that she's coming out with over live stream with Kimmy, and it was pretty delicious, I have to say.
I did watch some of that.
Oh, yeah. You did.
Yeah.
It was
and she was on there giving some advice, if you guys had questions. So that was nice.
It was really nice because I had a lot of questions.
Hannah, is this right, or should we do it this way? And she was giving little tips. So
and then I felt bad because she was on the East Coast, and she was like, "Well, it's past my bedtime. I gotta go." And I was like,
"I can't hold your hand anymore. I gotta go to sleep."
Well, no hand holding was really needed because I feel like you can just put caramel and chocolate and pecans together, and it's just gonna taste good.
It will taste good.
You don't have to.
The only what it will look like would be the only wild card, I guess. But even then, But yeah, it would probably taste good no matter what.
It was delicious.
And I quickly want to follow up. We can just do this in this part because we had talked about it in the intro of last episode about all the pop-ups we've been having. So I said I would kind of circle back and talk about the Sans Vegan X. Is that how they say it?
I thought it was San Vegan X.
San Vegan X. Yeah, I think that's great. San Vegan X. I've seen Beats and Eats and I've seen Food and Eats. So I'm not sure which is the official name. Beats and Eats definitely I prefer. But anyway, so we had that.
If you're taking advice on which one to go with.
If you're taking a poll of what the public think, that's my vote. So it was at a sports bar. I almost said a sports bra, which I'm wearing right now. So that's probably why.
So you were at one.
Yeah. I was at a sports bar wearing a sports bra. No, I was wearing a normal bra. Right now I'm wearing a sports
Everyone
bra.
knows what you were wearing. What kind of bra you were wearing.
Twister. You know what? All you need to know is that I was wearing a bra of some kind. Okay? I wasn't free balling it. Okay.
I guarantee if I was there, I was not wearing a bra, so Ashley's wearing the bra on behalf of both of us.
Yes, I was representing the Dolls and Donuts bra brigade at this. Because I was fully supported. Anyway, tongue twister, it's early, I guess. So it was at a sports bar, and Vegan Veganos and the California I almost said California Pizza Kitchen. That's not correct. California Food Company. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah, it's
I always have
such a
CA.
I have a hard
CA
time too.
Food Company. I think. We looked it up last time, so just go back to the last episode if you want to know for sure. I'm too lazy. They were outside because they had like their like big tents and like their trailers or whatever. And then vegan donut gelato and Jaguar Baker inside set up. I think that was it. There might have been one other place like doing tamales or something inside, but I kind of didn't register that. So
I kind of like the layout where some of them are outside because it means people under 21 can still go and get some of the food. Yeah,
like they said, like it was very clear, like if you need something inside, you got to send in someone over 21 in to get it. But yeah, so I got there. I love the Vegan Veganos Super Nachos. That's like my favorite thing they do. So I got that, and I don't like nachos, so that should tell you, like, I think the nachos are good, because I'm not a nacho fan. So I got those. Matt got a torta from the CA food company, and he really liked that. That was really good.
That's so funny. Javid got that and did not like it.
Oh, Matt really liked it. And then we went inside to Jaguar Baker, and I just love their s'mores bars. And we got the Biscoff s'more one.
I haven't had that one.
Yeah, they do the peanut butter. Is that the one you've had? The peanut butter one? Yeah, they do the peanut butter one, and they do like the Biscoff cookie one. So we got that, and that was, so good. And then Matt also got a churro cupcake, which he had later, and he said it was very, very good. And I think that's it. But yeah, it was. This was in like end of September, and we were still getting like 80, mid 80s weather at that point for sure. But it was like really windy and chilly that day. And honestly, inside the bar, it's a sports bar in Santa Clara. And like, obviously, like there's like a lot of like regulars, and they were kind of like, people were taking their food inside and eating, which they were totally allowed to do. But I feel like the regulars were like, what's going on? Like, this is weird.
You could definitely tell every vegan event
who
that's at a bar.
Okay, yeah, probably. I don't go to too many that are held at bars, so... But you could definitely tell who was what, like not even just by like, obviously if they had food and stuff, like who was there for that and who was just hanging out at the bar. And I was just like, this is awkward. So we just ate in the car because outside wasn't an option. It was very blistery out. But yeah, it was delicious. So yeah, that was good. It was a good turnout for there. We got there like right at 6 and like there was already lines for stuff. Yeah. So they had a good turnout, and as far as I know, they're going to keep doing them. So, yes, I'm like, they're very proud to be like in the South Bay. So I feel like, okay, I feel comfortable like investing my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody in the South Bay is like, hell yeah, and then bye.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
So, you know, they feel very, I feel like they like feel very like, that's part of their thing is being in the South Bay. That's part of their like, as a group, you know, in the South Bay. So.
Yeah,
they're going to stick around.
I like that everybody that's doing vegan pop-ups in the South Bay got together and formed this group because it does have more staying power that way when you have the support of your community.
Yeah, and if everybody's like, the competition, I mean, sure, we have stuff down here, but like the competition isn't like it is in the East Bay or something. Like, you know, you can make a killing down here if you just stay. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they did really, really well. It was good. I ate in my warm car, and then I went home and had my s'mores bar. So it was good. So I'll definitely go into another one. That was the second time having Jaguar Baker, and it was very good. Very tasty. So we'll keep updated on all the South Bay stuff going on. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, and now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me!
So tell us what is happening in the animal world.
Okay, so I threw in 3 stories this week. The last one I'm just mentioning to just be like, raising my fist to the sky.
Okay.
So we'll wait for that one. Okay, so we will get to that cursing the gods story later. But first we're going to talk about this is kind of related to what we talked about last week. So in California, Governor Newsom has signed kind of like a package of bills banning fur sales and wild animals in circuses. So this is a big deal. And this is, what was this? Where was this taken from? So you guys can reference it. It'll be in the show notes, of course, but it's from sanfrancisco.cbslocal.com. So just like a local news article. So as I said, as a package of bills were signed, And this is the nation's first state ban on the sale of new fur products. So it will be illegal to manufacture, sell, offer for sale, trade, or distribute fur products in California.
Yeah.
And this also includes like products that are fur that's on like handbags, clothing, shoes that contain fur. So not just like fur, full fur coats. Mm-hmm. That was a lot of Fs. I really got through that. That was almost another sports bra moment. So if you have a handbag that has like fur trim on it, that's real fur, can't. It's illegal. So it does exempt leather, cowhide, and shearling, and then also used fur, so fur that's already used, which,
like
there's,
Goodwill.
yeah, and there's, there's been a lot of like, animal organizations have done like fur coat drives, and they like give them to the homeless and stuff, or they sell them to like raise money and stuff like that. So like it's there, like, you can feel how you feel about that. But and then they also said that it exempts taxidermy products, and then fur from animals lawfully hunted with a valid hunted license and used fur. So there's a couple of like workarounds, but generally like just like big manufacturing of fur is, and the selling of it and all of that in California is going to be legal. So that's really good. I don't know if it said when this is supposed to go into effect. I'll see if I get that. I don't remember. And then, so that was one part of the big part of the group of bills that were signed. And then they've also banned wild animals in circuses. I
didn't even know that was part of the same.
Yeah, it's like an animal welfare group of laws. Nice. It was kind of just all packaged together.
Awesome.
And people know, like, I do see some people that friends in Ohio that still take their kids to circuses and stuff, and I'm like, what? Like, who does that anymore? Who even goes to a circus anymore? But they're just dying off like they should. But yeah, so like tigers and all of that, they're not going to be able to come to California if they use those animals. They said so California now joins New Jersey and Hawaii in banning most animals from circus performances. It does exempt domesticated dogs, cats, and horses, and it doesn't apply to rodeos. So there's still some work to be done. But this is good. It's a movement, in the right direction. The state officials said that at least 2 circuses that include like live animals that are now illegal to use in California were scheduled to perform in California this year, and so find somewhere else to go because you're not welcome here.
So that part goes in effect right away.
I think, it doesn't say, the bill was signed, so I think...
Because I remember, I think you said last month that the fur one
that was
a while.
The trapping, yeah. That was trapping.
Oh, okay.
So that, I think, was a little bit...
There really have been a lot
going
of
on.
Changes.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And even like when I saw this, I was like, is that the same thing? I had to go back and read the article, and I'm like, because it's related, it's fur trapping. Right. And then this is... like the selling of fur, like there's a lot going on right now. Like, so much nice. So that I'm getting confused sometimes. Like, did I already read that? Like, did we already talk about that on the podcast? So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It seems like this is in effect.
So much awareness.
It doesn't say here that it's in 2021 or anything like that. I don't see that anywhere. Yeah. So yeah.
Because there was also, this was probably a while ago at this point, but the ban of puppy mills and stuff in California. Mm-hmm. Or was that nationwide? That was just California, right?
I don't think it was nationwide.
Anyway, but California, you guys, we're on the cutting edge.
Yeah, and then we passed
the
what act was that? Remember we voted on it? I can't remember the number.
Oh, the one that we put the sign out for.
Was it 12? I can't remember the number. But yeah, but that passed by a landslide. There's a lot going on. So those are big deals.
So now we just need the other states to follow suit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing the rodeo thing taken care of, because that's I hate the rodeos.
Do they do this in our country too?
Our country? Yes. Oh. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Ugh.
It's not. Are you thinking bullfighting?
Maybe. Okay. What's the difference?
I
know that bullfighting. is a big thing in Spain.
Yeah.
That's what David was saying.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yes. We don't do bullfighting in America.
What is
we do
rodeo?
rodeos?
What? Yeah.
Rodeo
it's not
is like.
bulls?
I don't think they're. I'm not. I think you might ride the bull, like like the bull, like the machine.
Yes.
Like that, but for real.
Oh. Okay.
That's what that's based off of, and then you get bucked off. They do it on horses too, or whatever. I'm not a rodeo expert, okay, but there's a lot of catching, they let a cow or a calf out, and then they chase after them with their horse, and they tie them, and as fast as you can do it, lasso them, and it's how fast you can do it, and the technique and stuff. That's more like rodeo stuff, and then staying on a horse bucking until you whatever, and so they may ride a bull until they get thrown off, and you stay on longer. That's better quotes or whatever, but bullfighting is just killing a bull essentially with a lot of
at least
majesty.
With the rodeo, then some humans can die too, so it's equal.
Well, some matadors have died, but yeah. Anyway, they're both bad. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. But they are different events, so I would like to see the rodeo, kaput, and bullfighting for that matter,
and animal racing.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of that either.
That's starting to be beaten back.
Yeah.
We just talked about the Greyhound stuff not too long ago. That they're closing them all. Really, I think a majority of there's only I think I have to look back at that article that we talked about, but there was only a very few handful left in the U.S. of Greyhound racing, at least. I mean, horse racing is a whole other beast, but
it's
they're all starting to. There's all being little little holes, you know what I mean, and all of it. And
it's nice.
Pretty soon the Jenga's gonna fall.
Is coming. It's just so. When we list them all together,
it
it's
seems
kind
daunting.
of overwhelming
how
how much we are enslaving animals. In this country and in the world, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And just no one even is thinking about it until now. Finally, it's so strange to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to be seeing it happening though, so it's
Me
good.
too.
Okay, so the next story, that was definitely the biggest one of the month, is from 5newsonline.com, and it's Nestle launches vegan alternatives to bacon and cheese. So this is another one of those, feel how you want to feel about it, about these big muggle corporations getting into the vegan game. We've already talked about it. You know what I mean? I get it if you don't like it, and I get it what you do if you do. But Nestle is the newest one to throw their hat into the ring for vegan alternatives, and they are going to jump into the bacon and cheese. So they did bring up a good point that I was like, right, that's interesting. So since they basically wanted to, the reason they chose bacon and cheese, cheddar cheese specifically, to make a cheeseburger, because some of these places, what was the example they gave? Okay, Dunkin' Donuts does a breakfast sandwich with Beyond Meat sausages, but it comes with eggs, regular egg and cheese on it. So it's not vegan, but the patty is vegan. Right. So they said that they think that it would be more beneficial to get a vegan item if they can source all of it from the same company. So if they want to do a bacon cheeseburger, then they can source the bacon and the cheese from Nestle, both, and those are both ingredients.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
And then it could be closer to being a vegan product the vegans will buy. No, a vegan's not going to buy the Dunkin' Donut sandwich.
Well, all the burgers at all the fast food restaurants all have regular cheese, too. It's you have to order the Beyond Burger without mayo and without cheese.
Yeah.
To get it to be vegan. So
it's a start, but yes, there is work to do for sure. And they also gave the example of Little Caesars tested the Impossible sausage on a cheese pizza. But they said those are actually kind of marketed towards people that want to cut back on their meat consumption, not vegans and vegetarians.
Right.
It's just a flexitarian kind of approach, which there's a place for that, and that's great. But as a vegan, I'm not eating those products. I can't eat those products. I don't want to eat those products.
It's not for us.
So yeah, they think their idea was that sourcing it from one provider could make it easier to sell a fully vegan product. And that's makes sense. Yeah. I was I never thought about that before. Because we do run into that when you get the Impossible Burger and it's slathered in cheese and all kinds of stuff, from cow's milk. So they're going to be rolling that out. It doesn't say when, but there are a lot of they are also coming out with a plant-based patty called their Awesome Burger. That is just going to be another Impossible Beyond thing. So we'll see.
But with a better name.
Yeah. Well, I don't think any of them are awful names. Which one do you think is a really bad name?
Oh, no, I just think Awesome Burger is a really good name.
No, just better. Okay.
Just better.
Yeah, that's better.
Superior.
It says that next year they'll start selling it to restaurant and food service clients in the United States and Europe next year. So we'll see how that comes around. And there also in this article there's a lot of good I won't go through all of them, but a lot of statistics about how just like the alternative meat sector is booming, and it's got a lot of dollar figures and stuff in there, and how much it's grown, like 11% over the last year alone. And just that's like $140 billion in sales they're projecting over the next decade.
We don't care about the number of animals saved. It's about how much money we're making.
Well, that's the only reason Nestle's interested.
Yeah, of course.
So,
they're dicks.
So
they're like terrible people.
It's like the thing, like I kind of see it this way. Like, yes, I totally get that, but it's kind of like the animals don't care why.
Yeah.
If it's for money, if it's for the environment, if it's for your health. Obviously, if it's ethical, you're doing it for them. But all those other reasons are not for them. It's for some other reason, but they're still not getting eaten. So,
did you watch The Good Place?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's on my list.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you watch it, let me know.
Okay.
Because there's like an ethical dilemma that's similar to what we're talking about.
Okay.
And I'd be interested in talking more about it after you watch it.
All right. Yeah. So more options are always better, in my opinion. So yeah. So Nestle's getting on the choo-choo vegan chain.
Dude, I hope they get on the choo-choo fair trade chocolate chain.
Yes. They're like, hey, what are they going to die? I don't know. Okay. Now this is the vent time.
All right.
Ooh.
The moment
I just had a light bulb moment. I'll share that after I vent. So, you know how we bitched about...
We bitch about everything, so no.
But we bitched about Pizza Hut. We got all worked up and excited forever about Pizza Hut. Mm-hmm. Bringing their vegan cheese and all this and that. And they're like, oh, no, sorry. So, in answer to that disappointment, they are now...
Can I catch people up in case they haven't been following? Okay. Mm-hmm. In case you are a bad podcast listener like me, where you skip around, we were complaining because we saw an article...
It was everywhere.
That we trusted. Yeah, it was everywhere. Yeah. There were articles all over.
Yeah, people were freaking about it.
That Pizza Hut was bringing vegan cheese. We thought it was going to be VitaLife to the U.S. Pizza Hut locations. And we were extremely excited... because as kids, we ate Pizza Hut pizza, and we wanted to check it out. And then we were told that it was all a lie, and that the world was lying to us. So that's a little background.
And Pizza Hut confirmed that it wasn't true. Because, I mean, this wasn't like, oh my God, out of nowhere. Like, they have vegan cheese in the UK, at all their UK locations. So, to add insult to injury, this is a good thing. I'm not going to say this isn't a good thing. I'm just mad that it's not here. Okay?
Uh-oh.
I'm just...
Okay.
Annoyed. So, Pizza Hut adds vegan cheesecake.
No.
To all 250 UK locations. And that's not all.
And that's not all. Oh, no. That is not all.
Even though I hate this brand, like corn.
Oh, yeah. I hate it, too.
I hate it, but they're having chicken nuggets there, like vegan chicken nuggets there. So, some people like that brand. So, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. But they're going to have those chicken nuggets, cheesecake, and that's not all. A 5th plant-based cheesy pizza that they're going to offer in the UK.
Fuckers.
And this is the pitch. This is the cheesecake. That doesn't look too bad. It's caramel cheesecake.
I'd totally eat
and
that.
I'm going to eat it when I go next month.
Are you going to go?
I'm going
with all the places that you could go to, you're going to go to Pizza Hut?
I'm just going to try the cheesecake.
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, I need to try the cheesecake.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat
I mean, you're not doing it for you. You're doing it for the podcast, obviously.
I just want to try the cheesecake. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think they say it's okay. Well, what did they say? So the pizza that they're introducing is all about mushrooms pizza, which is 2 kinds of mushrooms and VitaLife cheese.
Yum.
And then I can't believe it's not cheesecake, a vegan dessert that features cookie crumbles and caramel.
Oh my gosh.
I really want to try that while I'm there. I'll just be like, give me one of those cheesecakes, vegan cheesecakes. So. Yeah, and they've just been adding all kinds of stuff.
I think they're doing it to you. They're just.
It says that they already offer cinnamon bites for dessert. I don't know what those are, but they were vegan, I guess, already. And the very last sentence. This is on VegNews.com, by the way. The very last sentence says, Pizza Hut has yet to add any vegan cheese or meat options in the United States. That is a heavy sentence. We all know the horror behind that sentence that we all dealt with. Yeah, so good for you guys in the UK. That's really, that's great news for you guys. You know, and the UK is a lot. There's a lot of stuff I see coming out in the UK, and I'm like,
I feel like everything comes out there before it comes here. That's like the testing ground.
Yeah. So, it says there's more than one image. Oh, there's the mushroom pizza.
That looks so good. I would definitely eat that mushroom pizza.
And there's the chicken nuggets. They don't look awful. I had corn when I first became vegetarian, and I was like, this is shit, and I never had it again. And that was,
they might have
12 years ago or something.
They probably reformulated, which
Maybe.
is why people
I
are
haven't
using
had
them
it in over a decade.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to,
because I know
sure, why not?
Not a Moo used to be terrible, and Mr. Dewey's used to be terrible. When people reformulate.
Yeah, I'm not going to judge it. It's not my favorite brand, or it wasn't my favorite brand. I'll be neutral on it now, because it has been so long. But I'm glad that
I think it's
there.
cheap. I think that's why it's super
but
cheap.
I really want to try the cheesecake. I just want to pop in and grab the cheesecake and try it out.
Okay.
And I'll try to report back. So that would be on our December, our next episode then, a December episode, because I'm going for Thanksgiving to Belfast.
Oh, okay.
So I'll try it among all the other things that I will be trying there, because there's been a couple new vegan places open up. So yeah, so I was happy. I was very torn. I was happy for them, and I was mad. Because we can't even get a little block of fucking cheese on our pizza, and they're getting cheesecake. How is that right? Pizza Hut's an American company, folks.
It's not right.
We created that shitty chain. Why can't we get this stuff? Anyway, I'll report back. And hopefully I'm happy. I might be torn again, because if it's really bad, I might be like, well, they had to get stuck with it. We don't have it. We don't have to eat it. Mm-hmm. And if it's good, I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad it's good, but we don't get it. So I'm probably going to be mad either way.
Yeah, it's acceptable for you to be upset either way.
Good. Okay, on that note, that's all I want to talk about. But if you go to the show notes and click on the link, you can see a picture of all the cheesecake, the chicken nuggets, and the new pizza. And they all look pretty good, I gotta admit. They're all intriguingly. They all look intriguing, so we'll see. So, Robin, what's been happening at the dollhouse?
Well, I mentioned last time that I was going to be doing a collaboration with Amy's, so that collaboration came out ultra cute, and it was bat truffles. So the inside has... Have you ever tried any of Amy's candy bars? They have like 3 candy bars that are vegan. Well, they have one that you probably wouldn't care for that much, which is like a vegan Mounds bar.
Does it have shredded coconut in it?
Yeah.
I figured that's why you said that.
So that's in the center, and then it's wrapped up with brownie crumbs, like a brownie truffle batter, and then dipped in chocolate. And since they're bats, they have eyes and ears and wings, and they're really cute. So that recipe is up on vegandollhouse.com. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback about those. So check them out. And then the other Halloween-y item that I posted this month was Spam musubi, and you're probably thinking, what is Halloween-y about Spam musubi? And I will tell you.
Glad you asked.
First of all, I made the rice purple because that's, to me, a Halloween color. I'm not a fan of orange, so purple is the Halloween color.
You probably hate my car then.
I like your car.
The oranges of the orange cars.
Your car looks good next to my car.
It's not orange. It's jalapeno.
Yes, exactly.
It's totally different.
Mine's not turquoise. It's summer rain. It would be so funny if you were filling out like forms at the DMV and it was like color, because it always asks you your car color, and you were like jalapeno.
Yeah, I mean that's what Toyota says.
And so so the musubi that I made also, it's Spam musubi, but obviously I make it with tofu and try to flavor it a lot so that it tastes similar to Spam, which who the fuck knows if it does, because I haven't had Spam in so goddamn long.
I used to have it when I was a kid, which is weird.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had it as a kid. My dad definitely made it once or twice when I was a kid. And yeah, so I made the tofu into coffin shapes, which made it very Halloween-y. And those were extremely popular on Reddit, but I think mostly because people were fighting in the comments about spam and about musubi. And I was just like, this is strange.
What do they say? Any something is good something.
Oh, yeah. Any publicity is good publicity.
Is that the word? I'm like, what's the word? There's like the...
Maybe not.
Anyway, people are talking. That's the point.
Yeah. So I decided to make those because when I was in LA and I was walking at Echo Park, there was a vendor that was selling musubi and they had a vegan option. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And it was good, but not as good as mine. So I had to come home and make it. So that's also on the vegandollhouse.com website. And that's all I made because we've been tripping.
Yeah, we have been tripping.
Not like tripping on drugs, but like...
We've been tripping on all the good food in LA. So we went to LA, not together. I went the weekend after you.
I think so.
Yeah. So we ate some new stuff. So we can talk about that. Do you want me to go first? Mm-hmm. Since I'm listed here first. So some of these are not... Well, Magpies isn't new, but it was new. I mean, it wasn't new to me. I just finally got around to trying it.
Yeah.
So I think Magpies and Coco Bella came onto my radar at the same time, and I just totally went all Coco Bella.
Oh, of course, because it's cute.
And never kind of looked back for a while. So this time I was like, okay, I want to try Magpie Softserve, which is not all vegan. They have vegan Softserve flavors, but that's not why I went there. Went there for the vegan Softserve pie. So the pie that I got was the peanut butter chocolate pie.
Did you get a whole pie or a slice?
No, a slice. I meant a nice slice. Shared it. That's the word I'm looking for. Definitely shared it. And it was really good.
Was it better than my ice cream cake?
No.
Okay, thanks.
No, it wasn't. I love ice cream cake. So like I knew that ice cream pie was growing up I always had an ice cream cake. I never had a normal cake for my birthday or anything. Just what you want in January, ice cream cake. But I was like, yeah. Don't like put your coats on. Eat your ice cream cake.
It's my damn birthday. Whose birthday is it? Your birthday?
Yeah. In March, you can have whatever you want, Linda. You know what I mean? Like, no. I have to have my birthday in the frozen tundra of Ohio winter. I'm getting my ice cream cake. Mm-hmm. And usually it had a turtle on it. Or a unicorn.
Oh.
Because, Dairy Queen had, you could, flip through a book and pick out what image you wanted on it. So I usually went with balloons, any kind of horse or unicorn variation of a horse. Mm-hmm. Horse is my favorite animal. And then turtle is also my favorite animal. So, always get a turtle. One of those. Yeah.
Minotaur? I don't know even though if that's part horse.
Ew, no. Not that version. It is part horse, but ew, no. It'd be so weird going to, a 7-year-old girl's birthday party and it's, a minotaur on her cake. That'd be weird. Anyway.
I'd be happy to meet that 7-year-old as a grown-up
and
see how she turned out.
Yeah. So Magpies was very good. And then I tried Monty's Good Burger. Have you ever been there?
I had it on my list, but when I looked at the menu, it looked
it's
like the only
simple.
Patties were Impossible Burger, so I didn't go.
Beyond or is it Impossible?
Either way, I don't like
remember.
them. I don't like meaty tasting patties.
Don't either, but I was like, I want to try it.
I mean, I would have gone for the tots, but David was like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to try it. It's really cool inside. And yeah, it's a very simple menu. You do like I said, I can't remember if it's Impossible or Beyond. But you do either a single or a double of that. And then you have all the different toppings that you can they come default, but then you can obviously take stuff off. And then you can do fries or tater tots. I did half and half. And they have a Caesar salad. Matt said the Caesar salad was really good.
Oh, I could have gone.
Reporting on that.
I didn't know they had a Caesar salad. That might have made the difference for me.
Yeah, they have a Caesar salad. Matt said it was very, very good. He said it wasn't as good as PS Kitchen. It was third, basically. PS Kitchen and Crossroads are number 1, he said. And then that was pretty high up. They have top 5. And then they do milkshakes and stuff that looks really good, but I just couldn't stomach.
I got that.
I couldn't.
No.
It was dinner. We already had so super sweet stuff at Little Pine. We had the pie.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make myself sick just to try something. Not anymore. I've had to draw a line somewhere. Yeah. So maybe next time I'll try that there, but whatever. It was good. It was pretty meaty, but their house sauce, which was kind of like a Thousand Island, was very good on it. And that sauce was amazing. Yeah, Yeah, and the fries and tots, like, it was pretty much like fries and tots anywhere. They're good, but they weren't, like, anything special about them. So I wouldn't, like, rush back because, like you said, like, it was pretty meaty, but it was good. With all the other stuff on it, I could handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was enough.
That's how I kind of feel
there.
about Next Level. Like, when we got the crazy, like, animal...
The beast?
Giant one. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Oh, no, the animal, the beast.
I don't know. I thought it was the animal, but
maybe
either
way.
way.
I can't remember.
At Next Level, they have, like, a triple-decker one, which is what
they have,
we're
like, a
talking
huge
about.
steak knife to, like, keep it upright. They stab it down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one, I feel like, had a lot of other stuff on it, so it made it...
tolerable.
Yes.
Yeah, this is kind of like this. Yeah, so I wouldn't, like, run back there, but it was good. And it was kind of like they had, like, cool neon in the inside and stuff, like, neon signs. It was pretty cool. They were nice, and it was kind of small, and, yeah, I liked it.
They have multiple locations.
They do, yeah. And then, so actually the first thing we did when we arrived, we went to, is it Ladurée? Ladurée.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear all about that, because I didn't even know there was one outside of Paris.
I found about it in a funny way. Okay, so we went to Ladurée, which, let me just back up. That is like a French patisserie.
Mm-hmm.
Patisserie? Not patisserie.
I think it's patisserie.
Patisserie place that's French, so it's in Paris, but they have other locations. They have one in Beverly Hills. And this has not been nothing vegan there forever. Right. This like company is like 150 years old or something.
Yeah, not only did they not have anything vegan when I went, but they like snickered at me when I asked, which was really annoying.
Okay. Yeah. I never even would have. I would have taken one look at that place and been like, hell no. I wouldn't even have walked in. I mean, I would have like glanced at the door. And
I traveled to Europe with Muggles. So they were going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you thought you just, for the
yeah.
heck of it. Yeah. I never would have like walked in and been like, this looks promising. I would have been like, oh, no way.
Yeah.
And plus, you can get out. Okay.
They didn't even let you take pictures in there.
No?
They were like phones away.
Oh, no.
It was
not
so
the Beverly
weird.
Hills one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even heard of it until I found out about this at a period. Because like when I was in France, like you can get beautiful like vegan French desserts and pastries and all that, and you don't have to go to a place like that. There's vegan patisseries and stuff. So I never even bothered looking for a Muggle place that had vegan options. Like VG patisserie in Paris, beautiful desserts. Anyway, so this is their Beverly Hills location. And I had never heard of it. So randomly, like right before we were about to leave, I mean, not literally, but like the day before or something, Matt sent me, it's because Matt, the vegan chef, Matt Kenny, which is also my husband's name, he kind of came across this somehow. And it was about, they partnered with him to turn their Beverly Hills location 100% vegan. So all their everything that they had already had, they made vegan, and then they changed the whole rest of the menu, like all the food, like the desserts all got changed to vegan, and then they changed their whole like sit down menu as well, all their food menu to vegan. So now their Beverly Hills location is 100% vegan, and they'll be rolling out vegan options in all their other stores nationwide. So there will be something, even if you're in Paris or wherever, that will have vegan options. Nice. But the Beverly Hills ones is all vegan. So it's now kind of marketed as Ladureexmk. I think I'm just on their website.
Because I didn't know there was any outside of Paris.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see.
12.
New York, a couple in LA, Washington, D.C., Miami Beach, Glendale, LA.
Interesting. Okay.
New York. I don't even see the one in Paris here.
Cities.
This might be the U.S. one. I didn't even see
These must be all U.S. ones, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're around for sure.
Okay.
And this place was so freaking cute. Can't take it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah, so we got like the brunch there, and I got the tea. So it was definitely an afternoon tea light. Okay, like put it that way. Like it wasn't like a full afternoon tea, but it was very good. So for food, I got the chocolate French toast. Which was chocolate, banana, hazelnut, cacao nibs, and coconut whipped cream. And it was in a circle. It was like one circle. Like it looked like a pancake, so I was happy about that. It would be like a French toast pancake, basically, which was smaller but tall.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like flat and wide. It was tall and skin, a small circle. And then it just was beautiful. And they had this thick, I'll post all pictures of this, of course. But they had like this thick chocolate sauce. Nice. I thought I was going to have to do like a slow-mo video, but no, it came out so slow I didn't have to do a slow-mo video.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was so thick. And then we actually had them left over. Like, they do not skimp on the chocolate sauce on that.
Good.
They like so much. I only can use half of it on there, and then we use the rest to dip our desserts in. That was delicious. Matt got the one of the omelets. I can't remember which one, but he said it was very good. And the guy actually, like, Matt was torn between two things, and that's what was recommended to him. One of the Ladureexmk omelet. So mushroom, tomato, tofu, ham, and like cashew something. I can't pronounce half the stuff. That's half that's on this menu I can't pronounce.
I wish I would have known about it.
He really liked it.
Before I went.
It's gorgeous in there. And then we got the tea. The tea time menu. So it's $39. So that's pretty for all the teas I've had, that's pretty reasonable. But it isn't like huge, to be fair. So
is that for one person or two?
Well, we split it, but you don't have to.
You split it because you also had the breakfast.
Yeah, we had breakfast too.
Got it. Okay.
So, it's $39. So you can either get coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. I got this gorgeous. Let me see if I can even find the tea that I got. It was very floral. It was really nice. I wouldn't even be able to pronounce it probably if I did find it. So you got 3 macarons, right? Those are macarons, not macaroons, right?
Right.
Okay, macarons. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing, but still right. Yeah, 3 macarons. You got to pick a pastry, like anyone you wanted, and we actually just asked for 2, and they just added it in, a la carte kind of. So we got the Saint Honoré Rose Framboise, whatever. It was like rose custard cream. It's that tall one that's really beautiful. It's like the most beautiful dessert. They have like 2 pink ones, and it was like the tall pink one. I'll post a picture of it. And then we also got the hazelnut biscuit one. So it was the hazelnut biscuit, chocolate hazelnut ganache, and chocolate chantilly. And that was, not as gorgeous, but very. It was still pretty, but it was like it was like brown, obviously chocolate colored. Hazelnut, and it was very good. So we kind of added that a la carte, and then you get you're supposed to get these like 2 little like fruit. They look like little fruit gummies. We actually ended up not getting those. I didn't realize till like way after we left. I was like, oh yeah, we didn't get those on our thing. But he told the guy that we talked to, like our server, was very nice, and he kept bringing us free macarons.
Aww.
Yeah, like we ended up getting 6 additional ones.
Whoa.
And they're like $2.50 a piece. They're not cheap.
Yeah,
right?
they're not.
Because if anyone has a crack, they can't sell it.
Oh.
So he was like bringing us different ones over that we didn't order, like flavors we didn't order.
Oh, cute.
Because their flavors that they have are vanilla, pistachio, chocolate rose, raspberry, salted caramel, lemon, and hemp. I don't think we got the hemp, but that's a popular flavor.
They shouldn't even make the hemp. Also, the pistachio sounds the best.
I wasn't interested in that one. We ended up getting it, but I was like, no. The vanilla, shockingly, you thought it would be too simple. I was like, nah, it's going to be too simple. It was gorgeous. It was very good. The chocolate was good. The rose was good. The raspberry was good. The lemon, salted caramel. We had all of them, except for the hemp one, I think. Because they were all delicious. The vanilla was the most surprising, because I was like, oh, that's going to be boring. But it was a very good vanilla flavor.
So I have a question. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that only some of the locations are all vegan.
Only one. Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Because you said something about it had a different branding, but on Yelp it doesn't.
It should.
Like it has
because they've changed.
It's supposed to have a different
everything's
name.
changed. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the front of it is changed now. Like the awning. It says like Ladureexmk.
Oh, okay. So they just haven't updated Yelp probably. Is this recent? All this happened recently?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you got 3 sweet biscuits, which were really like little, like finger, like they were like little sticks. I don't know how to describe it.
So was it like a cookie?
Yeah, it was like a little stick cookie.
Okay.
3 of those, and those were really good. They were like crunchy. They were good. We actually dipped them in my leftover chocolate. They were good. And 2 finger sandwiches. The finger sandwiches were the weakest point. I think because they were just. Everything else was so gorgeous, and then it's like finger sandwiches. So like when you put them next to everything else, they looked kind of pathetic. But they were good. Which ones did we get? Let me see if I can pick out what we got here.
Your pathetic finger sandwich.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna eat you. So we got the cucumber and the ratatouille. Those were the 2 that we chose. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm lying. We got the ratatouille, we got the egg salad. Not egg salad, that's what it's called. Those are the 2 we got, I'm sorry. And then they had cucumber and beetroot with the other 2 choices, which we didn't choose. But yeah, the egg salad one was my favorite. It was really good of the two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the atmosphere was really good. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it that's bad. The only thing is, like, I feel like most places you go afternoon tea, it's a meal. I wouldn't say that about this afternoon tea. It is very afternoon tea light, which is okay because you can buy the other food there. You can get everything. You can add to it a la carte. So you can fill it up as much as you want. So you kind of have more, you have leeway with it. But, and they do have they have a whole vegan menu, obviously, of like breakfast all day and then things that aren't breakfast. I mean, so, and it was gorgeous in there. So but it's funny, as I was just talking about how it's so hard to find vegan afternoon tea that is good vegan tea and atmosphere.
Yep.
And I think this, was the closest I've come to the balance of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I just added it to my list. So I'll check
no
it out.
complaints. And even just like going in there and like looking at all of it laid out. It's so gorgeous. All the food's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
The presentation is very good there. And I got to sit in like a big pink wingback chair.
I like that chair.
So pretty. I was like, I hope they sit us there. And she's like, how about this one? I was like, okay. They wanted that. And she was like, you want to sit in the front or the back? Because the front's like by the windows and stuff. I was like, go the back, because I knew they didn't have any of those chairs up in the front. And that's what I wanted. And that's what I got. And everything's so pretty. The plates are so pretty. Oh, it was good.
Nice.
Okay. And then quickly, we went to the Vegan Exchange on Sunday, which is a vegan, like, basically a food fest that they have every single Sunday all year in Northern Hollywood. So I went there and I tried a few things I had before, like Eat Love and that. I got Eat Love again. They had Cinnaholic. We have Cinnaholic over here, all around here, so I didn't try that. But the new things I tried were We Are the Vegan Hooligans. I got their Crunch Wrap, like Taco Bell. Like,
oh, cool.
Oh, so good. I have pictures of it. So delicious, so great. And they said like that's like the most popular thing. Like if they're popping up, people are called. They're like, "Are you gonna have it?" Because then I'm coming. Like I will come if you have that one thing. And I was like, okay, I guess we should get that.
Yep.
And that was all about it. So we got that. It was delicious. Lettuce Feast, like lettuce, like a head of lettuce. Lettuce Feast was very popular. That was the longest wait. That was quite of a wait. And they did basically, I think they just did like I think on the menu they had for that was just like different chicken sandwiches. And I was already full. And it was delicious. It was a beautiful chicken sandwich. So you can look at their menu and stuff. But
and are they all vegan?
Yeah.
Cool. I've never heard of them either.
Yeah. They're just a truck. Very good. Very good chicken sandwich. And I love a chicken sandwich. And then I got a red velvet cupcake and pumpkin cheesecake from Dreamy Creations.
I don't know them.
Which is not an all vegan
thing,
but they have a lot of vegan options. And when they come to this, they only sell their vegan stuff.
And they're a food truck also, or they have a brick and mortar?
I think they're just, I'm not sure, but they bring a truck to this place.
Yeah.
And actually, it's funny because my sister, as a birthday gift this past year, she ordered vegan like cake pots from them, and they ship them. So I already had it.
Oh, okay.
And not known.
So we know about them already because you told us about it before.
Did I? Okay, I don't even remember. Couldn't even remember who it was from.
Because the cake, I remember the cake. I mean, because it's cute.
Yeah.
I remember everything you say that's cute.
So, but they had a lot of they had like 3 cheesecake options, maybe almost 10 cupcakes, and then they had the mini cupcakes you could get in a pack. Mm-hmm. So it was really good. The pumpkin pie cheesecake or pumpkin cheesecake was the best. It was so good, and had like a nice crust on it, and it was like a little circle. It was good.
I'm gonna make those.
So that was really good. If you're there at the thing, I definitely would try it out. If you're at somewhere where I don't know if I would like drive out to like find where they are and everything, but they were there and they were really good. So that was at the Vegan Exchange, which is in Northern Hollywood. Okay, and then I had heard about this place, and Robin obviously had heard about it too, and so we both went there, but not together. That's Hinderhof, and that's a all-new vegan German beer garden. It's in like the Glendale area.
Mm-hmm. It's by Silver Lake, kind of by not too far from Little Pine, right?
North of Silver Lake. So I had we got the big pretzel, which was fun.
That thing was
so
gigantic.
big. It's so fun. Delicious with the mustard. Oh, yum. The potato pancakes, delicious. So crispy and good. It was like a German pierogi. So I was all about it. And then I got the bratwurst. Delicious. Great sauerkraut. I will go back. I was very happy with it. That's all I have to say.
The currywurst, I think I really liked, but I also am kind of a fan of currywurst. The bratwurst, or is that what it's called? The one you got?
Yeah.
Or the Wiener Schnitzel. What'd you get?
No, bratwurst.
Oh, okay.
You got the Wiener Schnitzel.
I got the Wiener Schnitzel, and it made me feel bad.
Okay.
And I even tested it by eating my leftovers like a dum-dum and still felt bad. So it was definitely
Yeah, I wasn't going to go for that one.
the Wiener Schnitzel. So I would steer clear of the Wiener Schnitzel if you have a sensitive tummy, but the currywurst I definitely recommend.
Yeah, I loved the bratwurst, so everything was good. It was very busy, popular. Mm-hmm. Took us a while to get out of there, but I would definitely go back. I liked it a lot. I love my sauerkraut, so I was all like, sauerkraut. I was like, I could eat a bucket of this all day. I was like, sauerkraut. So yeah, I was happy.
When I was in 4th grade, my mom owned a German restaurant, so
oh really?
It was kind of exciting.
New Robin fact. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the places that Robin went that I didn't.
Oh, okay, so the weekend that I was there was the grand opening of a place called Fresh, which I guess is a Canadian vegan restaurant. Mm-hmm. It's like a little healthier than probably most of the places I go because it's vegan and gluten-free. And so it's called Fresh on Sunset, the one in LA. And I would definitely recommend going. It's really cute inside, and there's an upstairs that has a really pretty view of the city. And while the things are gluten-free, they were good. And I think the baker is Karma Baker, which is someone I've been friends with on Instagram for a long time. So that's also exciting. And you've been to Pura Vita before.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on past episodes, but it's a vegan Italian restaurant, and I really liked the Black Magic lasagna. That was my favorite thing there. And also the tiramisu, of course. Was
yeah, I
delicious.
had the tiramisu. It was good.
And then I went for my first time to Besties, which you've already been to. Right?
I drove by it and couldn't find parking and had to leave.
Oh, okay.
So I drove by it.
So
maybe next time.
I think it was it episode 40 that we interviewed Besties?
I can find out. Keep talking about it.
Okay, so about less than a year ago, there's a vegan store.
Yes, good. 40.
Nice.
Yeah, good memory.
And Besties opened, so 8 months ago now it would be. And the unique thing about Besties, which makes them different from Republica V and a lot of the other vegan stores in the United States, is that they only purchase products from companies that are vegan, like that don't sell both vegan and Omni things. So that was exciting, and I saw
So no Amy's there.
Right. Mm-hmm. I got Herbivorous Butcher items for my first time because that's a company that's like in the middle of the United States.
It's
somewhere
in
I'm never going.
It's in Minnesota, I think.
Minnesota, yeah. I don't think I'll ever be there, so that was nice to see those there. And then I saw the company that made the thing we tried on Whimper last month, the cauliflower stars.
Okay.
They have a lot of stuff from that company. And so I bought a new thing, which I have in-house and haven't tried. It looks like Cheez-Its to me. Okay. So we'll see. So I got to go to Besties, and they're really dog-friendly there. They gave me a treat for macchiato. They also have Softserve there, which is kind of exciting because
Didn't know that.
I tried to get Softserve at a vegan store that was in Venice Beach, but the Softserve machine was broken, and so I was disappointed.
They're always broken.
They
even
really
like
are.
the once in a while when I go to what's the place? What's the vegan like Chinese or like Asian like everywhere? Loving Hut in the mall because I could get soft serve there, and it was like it's closed. I mean, it's broken. I'm like, it's always broken. And then last time I said, oh, it's always broken. And the last time it was like fixed, and they gave me free sprinkles because I was. Yeah, they were like, sorry, it's always broken.
Oh, I have a bad experience with that soft serve machine at the mall also. But I went to Loving Hut last night for dinner, and I didn't even see the soft serve machine. I think they might have finally said goodbye. And
I don't ever eat there. I only went there for soft serve.
Yeah, I like their food. Yeah, so I definitely highly recommend checking out Besties for anyone who's in the LA area. And the other place I went was Counterpart. Which was recommended to me by someone I'm friends with on Instagram called Plant Picnic. And Counterpart for me was a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. And the good was the Reuben, which was so delicious.
I love a good Reuben.
And the sauerkraut was purple, so it was also really pretty.
That's probably why I like Reuben so much, because I love sauerkraut so much.
Yeah, me too. But the bad part about it was that the latte was like almost undrinkable, which was really disappointing. And I had my hopes up for the latte because everybody's comments on Yelp said that they made their own milk in-house, but then I got there and asked about it, and she said, no, we don't. And instead of saying, no, we don't anymore, she just said, no, we don't, and just stared at me,
Dummy.
which I thought was really weird.
Like,
and I was like, oh, that's weird, because I saw on Yelp that a lot of people on Yelp said you did. And she was like, oh, well, we used to and we don't anymore. I was like,
why don't you
just
lead with that? Yeah, why don't you lead with that?
So I was annoyed. But the sandwich made up for it. It was delicious. And then
Venice.
And then, so we stayed in Venice. So most of what we ate probably was in Venice. I did go to Plant Food and Wine again, even though I've been there before, which is also the same
Kenny.
guy. Yeah, the same guy that made Ladureexmk vegan. So that place never disappoints. Obviously, it's delicious. I noticed in Venice that they had a VanLeeuwen there, which started in New York.
Yeah.
For those of you
I've been
who
to
may
the
not
one.
know.
I've been to one in LA, but I haven't been to the one in Venice.
Okay. So it's
Hollywood
nice to
somewhere.
see that kind of broadening. It's not all vegan, but they do have a really good vegan menu, and the things that they do have, the ice creams that they do have vegan are really good. And Blue Star, again, is in Venice, which is a donut shop that has about 4 vegan options, and they're delicious. But new to me this time was Big Daddy's, which is just like a walk-up joint on Venice Beach, like right with where all the action is. And you would never think that they would have anything vegan, basically. I wouldn't have thought.
Not by the name alone, I definitely wouldn't have.
Yeah. And I think it's a newer thing, but they have by the slice, you can get vegan slices, and they have different ones, but
And it's pizza?
it's pizza.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have let
When you said slice, I'm like, okay, I think it's pizza.
it's cheesecake.
Ooh.
They use Follow Your Heart cheese and I think Beyond sausage. But it was a little bit expensive for a slice of pizza, but I think it was worth it for what you got. It was a very big and very delicious slice of pizza. So I would recommend going there. And then another kind of fun thing that ended up happening while I was in Venice is one of my Instagram friends who makes vegan ice cream called Good Cream. It's like artisanal, kind of high quality vegan ice cream, and I reached out to find out where I could get it in the area, and she delivered a pint. So if you're interested in trying some really delicious artisanal ice cream, I would check them out. We can put a link in the show notes. And it would be nice if she was able to get together with somebody who's good at marketing and get that into some stores.
Yeah. What was the flavor you got?
So I tried 2 flavors. I really, really liked the chocolate one. It's like a Death by Chocolate, which is, I mean, the decadent chocolate flavors are my favorite. I actually have one in my freezer right now that you can try if we remember. Okay. So yeah, that's most of what I ate. That's worth mentioning.
Yeah, it was a good trip. I didn't have any disappointments, so I was happy about that.
Nice.
Okay, so we have Hannah Kaminsky with us today, vegan cookbook author. And Hannah, this is your 3rd time on the show, so you're just our star interviewer.
I suppose so. It's an honor, truly.
Speaking of, you've been on our podcast 3 times already, but in total, how many cookbooks have you written now?
Well, Sweet Vegan Treats makes number 6.
Oh my.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
It is. It's so crazy to think back. I mean, the first one was published when I was 18 and kept going.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was still in high school, and I was actually submitting the photos for my photography class homework. They had nothing to do with the actual assignments, but it's like, here are photos I'm taking. And yeah.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I know, I was thinking like, gosh, what was I doing when I was
doing?
18? Not much.
Well, say I was being lazy because I wasn't doing my homework.
You definitely weren't being lazy.
Just writing books,
Yeah. no big deal.
So can you tell us what this new cookbook is all about?
So this is a selection of desserts and breakfasty items, everything sweet, of course. Some of my favorites, classics, more nostalgic childhood favorites, things that I was enjoying before being vegan and was dying to get after going vegan, but couldn't find any resources for. It was a totally different world even 5 years ago. So this is for anyone who wants to make their own. And then, of course, I put my twist on many of these things. I love unusual flavor pairings and some different presentations, exciting, you know, combinations you wouldn't think of. So it's a good mix in there for everyone. Easy things or impressive, complicated things. I try to accommodate all tastes.
And what about different levels of cooking experience?
There is definitely something for everyone. And in the more complicated recipes, I try to give simplified suggestions, how to like take a step down, make it easier. But all of these I'd say are very approachable.
Yeah, those tips would be for me. Like if you don't have all this equipment or you don't know how to do anything, those are the Ashley tips that I need.
Well, I am also very much available. If anyone has questions, never hesitate to reach out. I'm on social media, Instagram, Facebook, all the things.
That's good to
There's
know. That makes me feel more confident about trying.
Yeah, and it really bums me out that people get intimidated by baking still because it's so simple. It's really no different than cooking, just, your different appliance.
Yeah, mine tend to taste, everything tends to taste fine. It doesn't always look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There is a finesse to it. There is some skill, but you just do it enough, you learn.
Yeah, it is like anything. You have to practice.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I started. I never had formal culinary training, pastry training. I just, through trial and error, found what worked and what didn't.
So do you have a favorite recipe in this cookbook or one that you're really excited for people to get their hands on?
Oh, God, that's so hard putting me on the spot. I should have studied. Should have known
Or
you'd
if you
ask
can
me
name a
that.
few if you can't narrow it down.
Oh, I love the not nog cupcakes. They're a little bit funny with the frosting, but it's been such an evolution because I never had eggnog before going vegan. And now that I am vegan, it's like my favorite thing in the world. I have no clue if it's actually like eggnog, but I just adore it. And to have it in cupcake form is such a festive holiday thing. And it makes a million, so you basically have to throw a party every time you make that.
I mean, it's definitely a party drink, I feel
Oh,
like.
yeah.
So, yeah.
A little bit sad if you're like drinking all the eggnog by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do that.
So you can like have your eggnog cupcake with a side of eggnog and like dip it in the eggnog like a cookie and milk.
100%. That would be excellent. I also have a recipe for a DIY eggnog if you can't get it in stores.
Oh, that's nice.
I think I'm in the same. I don't think I ever had it as a non-vegan, but I think I've tried it as vegan. I don't know if I don't remember how I felt about it, honestly. So not strongly either way, I guess. I was kind of like, oh, okay, I guess this is this. But I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. But
My experience with it as a vegan is it's sort of just like a nutmeg milkshake.
that sounds better. That's a better description than eggnog.
Raw eggs and heavy cream and ugh.
Ugh, yeah. Ugh. That's nasty.
It's like it's not something you would consume. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Is there any other ones that you're excited about?
I do love the whoopie pies. It's so classic.
I feel like those would be hard.
No, it's basically like baking a cupcake without the cupcake tins and then putting frosting in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, explaining it like that makes it seem less daunting.
Yeah, they're cake cookies. Very, very easy.
Cake cookies. They kind of are cake cookies.
I do like a good whoopie pie. It's very nostalgic, which I feel like you probably are, that's kind of what you said you're going for a lot of in this cookbook because yeah, that definitely is nostalgic for me.
Totally. And it's very flexible. I love like changing up the flavors. It's easy to swap out any different extract or flavoring and frosting, especially. It's always fresh.
Yeah, here's a question that doesn't really pertain to us at all, but maybe will pertain to our listeners. Are there any recipes in the new cookbook that are gluten-free or sugar-free? Or refined sugar-free, I should say.
Yes, and I do get that question a lot. I try to be inclusive and have something in there for everyone. And side note on that, I do always have at least one dog recipe in every cookbook. So, here's everyone. There are a number of recipes that are naturally already gluten-free. And pretty much everything that isn't, you could use purpose gluten flour, 1 for 1, very easily. There are also low sugar, refined sugar free options. I even have one cake I made specifically for my Nana many years ago because she's diabetic, and it's sweetened entirely with apple juice concentrate. Yeah, so I really hate to think that there's anyone out there who would be restricted or not be able to celebrate it. And I find desserts to be a celebration. So I always try to be inclusive.
Yeah, it's good to know. I'm always like, give me the gluten, but I know some people don't want it. I'll take their extra gluten. I'll take their gluten on top of mine.
Yeah, I do my gluten. It's all good, but thinking of all you guys.
Yes, I appreciate that. Because I know there's people that are not vegan. They're like, oh, give me all your meat and your cheese because you don't have it. And I'm like, but I'm vegan. So I feel like I might have a muggle mentality when it comes to gluten. I don't know. Okay, before I asked you about future stuff, for this current cookbook, are you doing any book tours or events that are coming up? And also, is the book out already? Is it coming out soon? What's the deal with it?
The book comes out officially October 15th, so I'm sure by the time this airs, it will be out in the wild. So that is very exciting. You can get it on Amazon.com, anywhere that sells DC books. If they don't request it, they can order it. And I am also selling it directly from my website, bittersweetblog.com. And added bonus on that, I've thrown it out there. And I am doing a couple of events coming up in the Bay Area. You can find all of those details on my Facebook page. Still in progress, working on some bigger things, but right now it's bouncing around San Francisco. But oh yes, my official Facebook page, I believe I'm terrible. It's either under Hannah Kaminsky or My Sweet Vegan. I should pop up either way, and if you don't see the event details, just like give me a poke and say gives. I'm so unprofessional. I apologize.
We can put some links in the show notes.
Yeah,
to
we can
your
include
blog.
all that.
That would be excellent. I'm old. I don't know the social media.
I want everything to be convenient, so I try to make it as convenient as possible for people that are listening. They can just click on stuff. So everything we talk about, we pretty much include a link. So
Yeah, and I'm super lazy, so it's like, give me a link or I can't follow.
it's too much work to like listen and then Google it.
I know, look it up, remember everything. No.
Okay, and sorry if I missed this, but what is the name of the book?
Sweet vegan treats.
Sweet
Important
vegan
one.
treats. Okay. All right, cool. And did you say that there's sweet breakfast stuff in there?
Indeed. So I've got some muffins, scones, sweet breads and rolls. I've got focaccia. I've got cinnamon rolls. Some like cereals and granolas. It's a lot of good stuff.
But no pancakes.
No pancakes.
Oh, that one hurts.
I never thought I could visualize a heart breaking before, but I just saw a heart breaking just now.
Oh, well, I do have pancake recipes on my blog. So
Okay, that helps.
got you covered.
I am definitely a sweet breakfast person, but like the ultimate, I am a pancake obsessed person. I talk about pancakes all the time on this podcast.
Well, I love pancakes, but I cannot be hassled in the morning, so I don't think of that as breakfast. That's like breakfast for dinner for me.
Oh yeah, I never make them myself, which is weird, but I will have them for any time of day. Yeah, I'm a big breakfast fan.
But see, also I realized saying that I could just make them in advance and like freeze them and then press them in the morning. So yeah, that's what I do with my waffles usually. I make a big batch of waffles and freeze them for later.
Is there anything that you wanted to like say about the book that we haven't talked about?
I'm not sure. I'm just super excited to share it, and I'm really happy with how it came out. It looks good, and it's just weird because I feel like I was working on it so long ago, and now to see it, it's like this is old news. But it's pretty exciting. Everyone else gets to experience it for the first time.
Do you have an idea for your next cookbook yet?
Oh, I am already deep in work on the next cookbook. In fact, the manuscript technically is due in December. Yeah, I'm kind of pretending that's not true because that's terrifying. But I'm working as fast as I can.
Can you give us a hint about what it's about?
It's gonna be a little bit chilly.
A little bit chilly. Ooh, that's good. That's a good hint.
That is a good hint.
Ooh. I like that. I like a good hint. I like guessing games, so now I'll have to ruminate on that. And we'll have you on to talk about something chilly when that comes out.
I can't wait. Theoretically, if I make that insane deadline, summer 2020, so stay tuned.
Ooh, okay, so it's perfect weather for the chilly thing.
That's why it's
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
No, it'll be fun. If I survive, it'll be fun.
Oh my God. I know you've done ice cream book already.
I hope it's a milkshake book. That's all I'm going to say.
That would be good.
I just want it to be a milkshake book.
I was thinking like an icy or something.
Oh, like slushies?
Like, yeah, maybe. But who wants a whole book about slushies? I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. In Hawaii, those Hawaiian ice things.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty crazy.
That's what you do.
I'll feel really bad if it is like all slushies.
Like, I hate this idea, but...
Bad-mouthed it.
Great, that's fine.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. And I actually haven't even like checked out the book yet, the Sweet Vegan Treats, so I need to get on that. Because I do have the Real Food Really Fast myself. I have I have a copy of that, so... All right. Well, thanks for chatting with us about the book, and we'll definitely. I look forward to checking it out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and really, anytime, reach out with questions, comments. I just really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Well, we appreciate you. Okay. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, it's time for Wag or Whimper, the segment where we try something new that's vegan and we let you know if it made us wag or whimper. So one of the things I tried new this month was So Delicious Oatmilk Creamer. I usually don't buy things from So Delicious, but I have tasted their other creamers and they're okay. I usually use Califia creamer, which I'm happy with, but I did get this because it was on sale. And I highly recommend it. It was really creamy, didn't taste oaty at all. It was very delicious and it was sweet. Don't get this if you don't like sweet creamers, but I like my coffee to taste like ice cream, so I'm all about it. So the So Delicious Oatmilk Creamer made me wag.
Nice.
And also I mentioned earlier that I picked up some herbivorous butcher meats when I was at Besties, and two of the things I got were the ribs and the pepperoni. And I thought both were delicious. The ribs were a little bit dry. I feel like they could package them with more sauce and that would make more sense. So if you are going to ever get that, I would say add some extra sauce.
Yeah, I've heard of them. They have a good reputation, let's put it that way. Reaches all the way from the Midwest, all over the place. So yeah.
I really did like the ribs, and I also liked the pepperoni. It was definitely spicier than the pepperoni I make. But my biggest problem with pepperoni, the way that I make it and buying it there, is it's not sliced. And unless you have a meat slicer, I feel like it's very difficult to thinly slice seitan. So that would be my one thing that I would request. If they were just to slice it and then sell it, it just would be easier for the...
More convenient.
Yeah, good. But the flavor was really good. So I would recommend both of those. They both made me wag.
Nice. All wags today. So Robin's having throat issues, so I'm going to wrap it up today. That's a little change of pace. So that's episode 48. If you'd like to listen to other episodes, we're currently on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and Breaker. And if you have somewhere else that you listen to podcasts and we're not there, let us know. We can try to work on getting out there. And if you'd like to leave us a review, that'd be great. It helps us kind of bump up in searches on iTunes, so more people can discover us and then save more animals. So you can find me on Instagram at Ashley the Vegan, and you can also find my kind of vegan food blog at theveganadventure.com. I have been working on updating it, so it's getting there. I'm getting there with the updates. And you can find Dolls and Donuts at dollsanddonuts.com. We're dolls_donuts on Twitter and Dolls and Donuts on Instagram. And you can also email us at dollsanddonuts@gmail.com. And Robin, you can find at vegandollhouse.com, and she's also Vegan Dollhouse on Instagram, Twitter, and Gmail. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.